Go.
Okay, this week we're doing an assignment called Healing Centered Practices in Action, Part 1, and we're going to understand how to create a healing centered classroom with a pedagogical practice that supports building safe classroom community that is trustworthy, helps develop students' self-regulation skills and coping mechanisms, and helps them also learn collaborative problem solving and conflict resolution to keep the community whole and healed from trauma. So we're going to pick one kind of classroom practice that we've discussed for our homework, and we're going to see that we have space for us to employ this practice in the classroom and try it out one time. So we're going to look at the options that I created. So the first option would be a kind of literary body scan where they have a worksheet with a body image on it. They draw like symbolic like figures for their emotions. Like if they're feeling stressed, they might like draw a knot on their body. If they're feeling angry, they could draw like cuts on their body, or they could draw like a swirling line if they're like confused. So just to gauge their emotions and use some color in it. And then I would read them a picture book. And then maybe they could write a new body scan to see, like during the reading, to see how their emotions have changed, just to teach them the impact of, literature and the words in changing how they feel. So they notice it more every time, you have a lot of reading classes. So they understand why it's important to see how their emotions change after reading a picture book.
Do you have some idea of what book you might read?
I thought I'd just take anything from the library. I saw some good
Not
ones.
something specifically emotion related, but just something like a calming story.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did see like a couple of like Chinese like books over there, so I thought that would be interesting to introduce them to.
Okay.
And also the second idea would be the guided meditation. So it's kind of, everyone closes their eyes. You spend like 2 or 3 minutes, I speak, and then it would say, imagine you're walking through a forest. There's a dark room, or there's a clearing with light in it. You turn left, you turn right, you go down the cobblestones, you pass the river, and stuff like that, and they meditate on that. So those are the 2 options.
I think both would work. Which one are you leaning towards? Which one do you think would fit better in our classroom?
I don't know. I think both are pretty good ideas. I am excited to see how reading impacts their body emotions. But also I think we do a lot of worksheets in this class, and I've never seen the guided meditation be employed.
I think it's something different, so I would be leaning there if you're open to it. Where do you think it would fit in best to our day? Like where you've been here for a few days, so now you kind of see how the flow is. When do you think it would fit best?
I think probably maybe right after lunch, because they're getting back together. It's kind of like a break, like when they first come into class in the morning, have the morning meeting. So maybe it's kind of like a after lunch meeting where they get centered and see how they change their behavior, because they get really rowdy a lot. Maybe if they hear me saying, "Oh, walk through the peaceful forest."
Well, we could do it then and we could turn the lights and put the LED lights in.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I think that's a fine time to do it, and also you see how we have the movement breaks throughout the day. If we see them becoming a little, it could be like a new kind of a movement break, but in a different way, like a brain break basically, where we could try it in between classes to just see if it kind of helps calm them to refocus.
Okay.
So we can see, if they come in, honestly, it could even happen after a morning meeting if they come in elevated, because some of our students come in, they're like, I'm angry, and then that might be a nice time to just get them set and ready for the day.
Okay.
So we could plan on doing after lunch, and then if things change and there's a little chaos that ensues in the morning, we could just switch to it in the morning. How does that sound?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So you'll write up like a little script for yourself to kind of think through?
Or look for a script, because I'm not an expert in healing meditation. I don't want to say anything that's kind of strange. So
no worries. Yeah, I think that's fine.
So I'm leaning toward, I don't know which one I'm leaning toward. They're like equal right now. So
Well, it doesn't really matter to me which one you do. I mean, at this point, I feel like we could do both throughout the year, try them at different times. But you said you were interested on the effects of reading, so if you want to do that one, that's fine too. But also, we haven't really done guided meditation, so that's something brand new to them.
Okay.
So I want you to choose. I think either one would work well. This is not a test, I promise.
Okay.
But it can also be like if you're thinking guided meditation and you're looking and you're like, I don't really like the scripts, then we can switch and do the body scan too. Like just talking about like what are you feeling like. I know we've talked a little bit in past years about like, oh, I know that I'm feeling stressed. I know because my shoulders are up. And like realizing like, oh, my shoulders are up. So maybe they're drawing little up shoulders. Or maybe they've got little creases here because they're making a face or whatever the case may be. Because, you know, they're still little. They don't really know. But they do know that they're mad in their legs and they know that they've got fists.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Victoria has chosen anything yet. So maybe she could do one.
She chose something else.
Yeah.
So you're good to go with either one.
Yeah, I chose routine because that's straightforward and it's also like less chaotic with the kids when they come out from lunch break or whichever break they comes out from, and I can just like greet them and then we can what else?
Because you were gonna run the morning, right?
Yes.
So Monday morning you're gonna run, and then Monday afternoon when we return from lunch, you could do her thing.
Yes. So Monday morning I'm gonna do like the welcoming plus the morning meeting and all. So.
Right. And when do you need to have this by?
Part 2 of the recording will be the following Sunday. So like this is basically our planning, and then
So the planning is for this week, and
yes,
executing is for the following week.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm moving toward reading the picture book and seeing how the body pictures look different after. I think
So maybe you want to do like a little body on the left and a little body on the right, and maybe we can fold it in half and say, okay, now turn it over and see the difference. That way, and that's something we could actually, in our SEL area afterward, I don't know, do you have to take it to your class? We could scan it.
I don't know yet. It just said the conversation.
But we could hang it up in the SEL room so they could kind of see the difference.
Okay.
Well, now that you say that, it also gave me another idea wherein like in the morning, it's up to you though, if you want the both of us like to do the greetings together and also like with the morning meeting together about like how they're feeling, and also like we can talk about our feeling like in terms of our culture, something like that. If you want us to do that together, Michelle, that's fine with me. And then if you want my help also with the afternoon in terms of the guided meditation, I'm also fine with that.
I'm sorry. Is this supposed to be like you guys working together or two separate?
Well, it's okay to collaborate and it's okay to do it separately.
Okay.
So like if there's any form of collaboration between us, I will just put it in my worksheet and say like I did collaborate with my fellow resident intern with these activities and all of that.
Right.
What day do you think we have time for this kind of activity, the double body scan?
So let's look, because I know some days we have, like Wednesdays are bad for anything extra. We could potentially do Monday. Actually, Monday or Tuesday would work. Because we have the math. If we needed to push reading a little bit to squeeze into math, it would work. So I think either one would be fine.
It would be in the morning? Or after?
No, I thought we were going to do it right after lunch.
Okay, right after lunch. I don't know why I thought you were saying morning at some point.
Oh, no.
Right after.
No, I was just saying if you were doing the guided meditation and they come in and they're like, then we could try it to see if it helps them to calm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to do the double body scan, I think better after lunch.
Okay, I think I'll do the double body scan then.
Okay.
Okay. That's it?
Yes.